So, are you thinking about giving a gift that's, a little different this year? We're going to dive into how to give cryptocurrency. And look, it's more than just digital money. It can be an investment, a lesson in new tech, and a real conversation starter, all rolled into one. Let's break down how to do it the right way. I mean, if you're tired of giving the same old sweaters and gift cards, crypto might just be the answer you're looking for. It's not just a gift of value, it's an introduction to a whole new world of technology, and it's an asset that could potentially grow. It is definitely a gift that gets people talking.
Just think about the difference for a second. A traditional gift is familiar, right? It's predictable. A crypto gift, though, kind of lives in two worlds at once. On one hand, it's a speculative asset, which means its value could go up. But on the other, it's also a functional currency you can actually use for stuff online. So you're basically gifting both a potential investment and a key to this new digital economy.
Okay, so you're sold. You're ready to give some crypto. Well, the first challenge you're going to face is deciding which one to give. With thousands and thousands of options out there, it can honestly feel like trying to pick a single grain of sand on a massive beach. Yeah, the sheer number of choices is just staggering. We're talking about millions of different cryptocurrencies in existence. It is an absolute ocean of options, which makes picking one feel pretty much impossible. But the good news is you don't need to be an expert on all of them.
The best way to go about this? Just keep it simple. Seriously. Unless the person you're gifting to is already a crypto pro with a very specific coin on their wish list, your safest bet is just stick with the major players. Coins like Bitcoin, Ethereum, or Solana, they're well established, which makes them a whole lot easier for a beginner to manage and understand.
And this brings us to a really, really critical warning. Cryptocurrency is not like giving cash. Its value can, and let's be honest, likely will, swing dramatically. This is a high-risk asset, so it is absolutely essential that both you and the person you're giving it to understand that its price could drop just as fast as it could rise.
So, you've chosen a coin. The next logical question is, how do you actually get it to the other person? Thankfully, the process has become much, much simpler over the years, and there are two main ways to do it.
The first method is super easy, a gift card. A bunch of websites sell them now, and they work just like a regular gift card you'd get from a store. The recipient just goes to the site, redeems the code, and bam, it's perfect for beginners. The second method is using a crypto exchange, which is better for direct transfers, especially if the recipient already has an account and a digital wallet set up.
If you go the exchange route, it's a pretty straightforward three-step process. First, you set up your own account. Second, you buy the crypto you want to give. And third, you just send it to the recipient's public wallet address. It's kind of like sending a digital wire transfer.
Okay, the transfer's complete, you sent the crypto. But hold on, your job as the gifter isn't quite finished. Now we have to talk about security. Helping the recipient store their new digital asset safely is honestly one of the most important parts of this whole process. So the key concept to understand here is the difference between hot and cold storage. Hot storage is online, connected to the internet, and because of that, it's vulnerable to hackers. Cold storage means taking the crypto completely offline. Think of it like this. It's the digital equivalent of putting your cash in a locked safe instead of just leaving it on the dashboard of your unlocked car.
For cold storage, you've really got two main options. A paper wallet is the simplest. It's literally a piece of paper with the access keys printed on it. Now, while it's cheap, it's also really easy to lose or damage, so you should probably think of it as a temporary solution. The gold standard is a hardware wallet. This is a small USB-like device that's often waterproof and virus-proof, making it by far the most secure way to store crypto for the long term.
All right, we've covered the what, the how, and the where. Now for the final, crucial piece of the puzzle that almost always gets overlooked. Taxes. It's not as complicated as it sounds, but it's something the recipient absolutely needs to know about. The most important term you need to know here is cost basis. This is simply the price that you paid for the crypto when you first bought it. So, for example, if you bought one Ethereum coin for $2,000, that's your cost basis. You have to give this number to the recipient. Why? Because when they eventually sell it, their taxable profit is calculated from your original $2,000 price, not the value it had on the day they received the gift. So here's the good news. The act of just receiving the gift itself isn't a taxable event. The taxes only come into play when the recipient decides to sell. Now, if they sell within a year, the profit is a short-term capital gain, and that's taxed at their regular income tax rate. But if they hold on to it for more than a year, it becomes a long-term capital gain, which gets taxed at a much lower rate. And hey, it works both ways. If the recipient sells the crypto for less than that original cost basis, that loss can often be used as a tax deduction. It's another little layer of financial know-how that comes along with this pretty unique kind of gift. You know, when you boil it all down, this is really the bottom line. Giving crypto is an amazing way to introduce someone to a new technology. But because it's new and because it's complex, the best gift you can give is one that includes instructions on how to store it safely and how to handle the taxes when the time comes. Your guidance is truly part of the gift itself.
So this leaves us with a pretty big question. Gifting crypto is clearly more complex than a simple gift card, but it's also a gift of education and potential growth. As our finances and really our entire lives become more and more digital, is this the direction all gift giving is headed? It's definitely something to think about. That's all for this explanation.